So hello everyone. I'm Michel, and this is Jonathan is on the call, and we'll be presenting the newest CentOS SIG, which is the Proposed Updates. This was supposed to be in the talk abstract, but it's too long, so we just put it on the slide instead. Having your cake and eat it too. Basically, if you can, use CentOS Stream, which is normally used for development, and you can use it in production because now you can actually get updates early and often with proposed updates. So I'm Michel. I work for the Linux user space team at Meta. We basically mostly work on OS qualification upstream, so CentOS Stream and Fedora. I've been a Fedora packager for a very long time. I'm also sponsor new packages. I'm in the Apple steering committee. I'm the co-chair of the Proposed Updates SIG, and I'm a member of the Hyperscale SIG that Neil and Davide presented the update for 1 hour ago. And I've contributed to CentOS Stream in the past. And I'll let Jonathan introduce himself.
This will be fun. You'll have to do the lines for me.
Yes.
I'm Jonathan Wright. I'm the infrastructure lead at AlmaLinux as my day job. I'm a Fedora packager and a sponsor. I'm also an Apple steering committee member. I'm the other co-chair of the Proposed Update SIG, and I have also contributed to CentOS Stream historically.
All right, let's move on. Let's start with a quick background, just in case there's someone watching this who's not using Stream yet. So CentOS Stream is I think officially, we prefer calling it the continuous delivery for the next RHEL minor release. We don't normally call it a rolling release because it is actually it's just slightly ahead of Red Hat Enterprise. It's not your typical rolling release like RHEL. And this is basically paraphrasing what Carl George said in an interview last year. Basically, it's just moving from slightly being behind Red Hat Enterprise Linux to being slightly ahead. So now, if you stream, you get what eventually will be in the next RHEL minor release in a few months. If you use RHEL or Stream, you might have seen this. It's basically the application compatibility guideline. So every package in Stream and RHEL are classified according to how strict compatibility level you are guaranteed to have. So the lower the number is, the less likely it is that the package will be updated, and the more likely it is that any update is non-breaking. And CentOS Stream actually adheres to this as well. I mean, modular bugs, like sometimes you see package updates that accidentally break something. Yes, we didn't call it AI SIG. Wait, what? Sorry, I'm missing the context since I cannot actually see the chat.
Carl said, "Are we really using CPU as the acronym for this?"
Yeah, apparently someone's objection to the acronym is that they thought it was going to be PU, and it sounds a bit bad. So hey, no, it's not PU, it's CPU. But yeah, there are differences from RHEL. If one is a paid product, one is not a paid product. If you have sometimes critical updates will go to RHEL first instead of to Stream, and there is no SLA because it's not a paid product for when they will actually get to Stream. Also, unlike in Fedora and unlike in RHEL, updates are just updates, right? When you do DNF update on the Stream machine, you don't actually know is it an enhancement update? Is it a bug fix update? You cannot really use DNF automatic to say, I only want the security updates. So if you are using Stream in production, presumably there are some packages where you actually care about getting critical updates early, and you cannot just say well, whenever it arrives in Stream, I'm going to install it. And the Proposed Updates SIG is formed to basically partly address that problem. It used to be that wearing my Meta hat, we work a lot with the hyperscale SIG. We used to basically just use hyperscale SIG for this. And so it's a mix of things that are these are updates that will soon be in Stream. And these are things that we are developing way faster than Stream, like systemd or RPM copy on Wright. And we just have to perpetually keep up to date. So proposed updates is much more conservative. It's just saying these are things that you will soon be able to get in Stream proper, and then we will just going to retire our update. So any update that you get from proposed updates, it's an update that's already been reported as an issue to Red Hat, and there has already been a GitLab merge request that's actually sent to the Red Hat maintainer, and we are just making it available slightly earlier. If you're familiar with Debian or Ubuntu, they have proposed updates repo that basically works pretty much the same way. And we have an issue tracker. We actually track for any update we put out. We have metadata about which release we want it for, whether it's a bug fix or a feature enhancement or a security update. And we built on every architecture supported by the community build system, which unfortunately means we cannot build 32-bit packages. But when you get to Stream 10, there is no 32-bit user space support anyway. So this is only an issue for those on CentOS 9. Jonathan, I think Alma might actually have some 32-bit packages even in 10, right?
It's being discussed. As of now, no.
Okay. And yeah, so you can use proposed updates on CentOS Stream or on anything that rebuilds CentOS Stream. It should, in theory, work on AlmaLinux Kitten. We have not really tested it yet because the extra SIG repos are not currently exposed on Alma. Jonathan, do you want to go talk to this?
Yeah, sure. So in CentOS Stream 10 and in RHEL 10, the CPU ISA baseline is moving up to x86 64v3. Something that we're doing in AlmaLinux is we're doing a v2 rebuild to continue supporting that older hardware. Unfortunately, the packages from the proposed update SIG will not work in that rebuild right now for v2 because we are following the CentOS Stream build flags on CBS. And also kind of attach that, Michel, if you want to hit the next one. RHEL rebuilds may have mixed results due to potential name changes using patches from the proposed update SIG. It will probably work more often than it doesn't, but it is possible that you will run into issues with it.
We can probably solve it just by doing a rebuild of CPU SIG packages for Kitten, right? And then it will be guaranteed to work.
Well, Kitten wouldn't have any issues with it because it's tracking ahead.
Oh,
like I'm talking about like mainline AlmaLinux, Rocky Linux,
oh right, yes.
Oracle,
yes.
so on and so forth. They would potentially have issues.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Oh, right. Yeah. RHEL rebuilds.
Those users should be used to stuff like that anyway. It'd be like when RHEL drops a release and Apple pushes KDE forward or is a little bit behind or whatever, and things don't quite line up. It would be a similar situation.
All right. Apologies for the background noise. It's lawn mowing season already in the Midwest. So yeah, this is a sampling of, not really a sampling. This is actually, right now, this is all the packages that we already have for the launch. We have 5 packages. It's a mix, as you can see, between CentOS Stream 9 and Stream 10. And we have 2 security issues, 2 bug fix issues, and 1 enhancement. And yeah, the one thing that will be interesting to see is how long it will be. Ideally, we don't want to have too many packages in flight, and at some point, depending on how many contributors we end up having, there is inherent limit to how many packages we can support anyway. But hopefully some of these can get retired sooner rather than later. The free type one in particular, we know the maintainer is getting it released in RHEL. I don't have a RHEL machine handy right now, so I cannot check if it's already in or not. But yeah, it's going to be one of those packages where the fix will get into RHEL and then it will get to stream later. And yeah, so we'll open it up and see like this is an example of what an issue looked like for proposed updates. We always cite the MR that's already submitted, and we also track, hey, which version do we see the issue in, and like which version do we hope to actually see the fix in. There's a question from James whether like GNOME backports will be in CPU instead of hyperscale, and the answer is no, not really, because for GNOME backports, which there will be a talk in Red Hat Summit in a month, kind of similar in title to Jorge's talk, but like this one will be like actual CentOS on desktop with RPMs instead of running in containers. We do want to track the latest GNOME from Fedora in for that, so it will have to be in hyperscale for now, and if it takes off, we might spin up a different desktop SIG, which knowing the proposed update SIG, like there will be a lot of glorious back shedding about the name as well. This one was going to be called Fast Track until the day it was approved. So that's what the CPU SIG is. Let's quickly cover what it is not. We cannot commit to building like any MR because it has to be something that one of us care about and has the bandwidth to actually tackle. Because there is nothing worse than like maintaining a package even temporarily that you don't actually use and you don't care about, and so like you don't even know whether it works or not. Just by having a package built in CPU does not have any guarantee that it will get into stream or not. We exercise our judgment. We only try to build things that we think have a reasonable likelihood of making it into stream, but in the end, it's up to the RHEL maintainers. We try to keep updates. Right now, we have not retired anything. We will keep it updated as long as someone is championing it. So it tends to be easier to get things into CentOS stream early on, right after RHEL minor release is cut, and towards the end, like it's getting into like it's frozen for the next RHEL minor release. So we'll try to keep updates going for at least one cycle to give it a chance to actually get merged. But if it end up not being merged, and if like there seems to be we either have to rebase it or give up and retire it. So let's move on to the current status of the SIG. This is our launch checklist that you can look at. It's been approved. We have the infra set up for actually building packages. We have issue trackers, although the issue trackers need readmes. We have a bunch of builds available that's we hope is representative of what the SIG is trying to do. So we don't want to just have bug fixes or just security updates, because it might give people the wrong idea about what we are trying to do. We have released RPMs, so you can actually DNF install it today and actually install updates. And we have a chat room on Matrix, and we have a presentation now, I guess. But we still need to finish the website and the blog post announcing this. So yeah, I'll upload the PDF after this, so you can just click through all the links. And yeah, so it's the packages are available. If you're on CentOS Stream 9 or 10, you can just do DNF info and then DNF install. And if you try to install one of the fixed packages, you'll see that it's coming from proposed updates instead of from a CentOS Stream. As you can see from the release tag, it will say ~proposed. We do it that way to make sure that when the MR is finally merged, the CentOS Stream package will cleanly upgrade over this one. And yeah, that's all we have. So we are looking forward to taking questions and hoping that some of you will come and contribute or suggest ideas about what we can do.
We've already got one question from James Riley in the comments. Will you put GNOME backports in the CPU SIG now instead of hyperscale?
Yeah, I think we covered that earlier. It will have to be hyperscale because that one is an example of something we want to keep up to date with Fedora instead of with CentOS Stream, whereas CentOS Stream will not update GNOME once. Like I think CentOS Stream 10 has GNOME rebased once from the time it branched off Fedora, but it will likely not get any major update anymore. But yeah, that's a good example of what we will not put in the SIG. I'll mute again because it's getting noisy, but if anyone has questions.
I guess you just did a really good job, Michel. Answered everybody's questions.
Well, we'll have to thank the board for basically asking all the questions ahead of time, so it's all in the slides. If there are no questions, I guess we can get a short break before the next talk.